Welcome, welcome. My name is Cindy Lish, and I'm super excited you're here with me today. I am an accomplished career coach that helps career pivoters and those transitioning back to the workforce to find amazing jobs that match their current why. Today is part 3 of our 3-part series on impressing the interviewer. Okay, today we are going to talk about the length of your answers, right? It's a big problem for everybody, right? We're going to call this the Goldilocks episode. So not too small, not too large, just right. Okay, so people get stuck in 2 different areas. One is giving really, really short answers, right? Answering one-word answers, 2-word answers, which doesn't really give the employer much information. And I'm going to let you know that even when the employer asks you a question that could be a one-word answer, you can certainly elaborate on that. Let me give you an example of that. So suppose somebody asks you, do you know, let's say, a certain technology, right? Do you know Microsoft Excel? Do you know Articulate Rise? Do you know, Asana, whatever it is? You don't have to just say yes, okay? You can say, because suppose you know Microsoft Excel and they ask if you know how to use it and you say yes. Well, there are varying levels of knowledge with Microsoft Excel. So if you just say yes, the other person, the one that you're hoping is going to hire you, doesn't know how good you are. So instead of just saying yes, I would say, oh, yes, absolutely. I use Microsoft Excel all the time. I use it to create this, 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 this. I'm skilled at graphs, pivot tables, this. You see the difference between just saying yes or saying what you know how to do about it. Okay. So even if it seems like they're asking you for a one-word answer, you can always elaborate it. Now, sometimes a one-word answer is okay. Suppose they say, do you have this license? Can you legally work in the United States, etc.? Those could be one-word answers. 1-word, 2-word answers. There's not much that has to go on about that. Okay. Even if they ask you, are you willing to travel? If the answer is yes, yes, I'm absolutely willing to travel. You don't necessarily have to elaborate and talk about all the times that you have traveled in the past. Okay, so we've talked about the one-word answer and not giving those one-word answers. By the way, even if you don't know how to use what they're asking for, I would never come out and just say no. I would talk about something that is similar to what they're asking you, right? Similar to that program. So if they're asking you for Asana, which is a project management tool, and you haven't used Asana, but you've used Trello or Monday or something else like that, I would say that. I'm very experienced in project management tools. At my last position, we used Trello, which is very similar to Asana. I could, be up to speed in a day, right? Always pointing that out, because if you give the employer a reason to not hire you, that's what they're looking for, right? Because they have so many applicants. They need to reduce the amount of people. So always leave the door open rather than closed. And how are you going to know that they're going to ask you about that project management tool? Well, because it probably would have been at the job posting. Okay. The next problem that people have is saying too much. They don't know how to end their explanation. So they just keep rambling, and then they're adding things, and they're adding this, and they're adding that, and they're adding another point, and they keep going on, and they literally don't know when to stop the answer of the question. Okay, so let's talk about that. Before you answer a question, I want you to resist the knee-jerk, impulse to start talking immediately, and take a step back and think and plan your strategy for answering that question. Okay, so you have 3 choices. Questions can be, let's think about them as an assessment. You can ask the same question as a multiple choice or true false. One answer. You can ask the same question as a short answer. Okay, same question. You can ask the same question for a medium response, like a paragraph. Or you can ask the same question as an essay. So before you answer the question, decide which is the best answer for this question. Now figure out what they're looking for. Okay, we've talked about stories. We talked last week about stories and the four main areas of questioning and what you want to get forth in those stories. Now come up with the examples and stories that are going to satisfy that question, put you in the best light, make you relevant for this job in that short answer essay kind of format. Okay? Use the STAR method as you're formulating the answer. What was the situation? What was the task that I had to do? What was the action? What actions did I take? And what was the result? Okay. It's always helpful if when you're telling a story, if you also talk about a time when there were challenges or obstacles during the way as you were going through this and how you handled them, right? Because that shows your ability to deal with difficult people, deal with obstacles, deal with challenges, deal with budgetary issues, deal with, when things don't go exactly the way you've planned it. So include those into your story. Now, as when you're looking and you're in that, I have to figure out how I'm going to answer this question, you can buy yourself a little bit of time, right? That was a really great question. Let me think about that for a second, right? These are ways you can buy yourself a little bit of time as you're constructing your answer, right? Your brain is on as you're going through this and you're coming up with the best answer for that question. When you get done with the answer, if you're concerned, like, did I answer that well enough? Should I have given more information? Come back and talk to the employer. Talk to them, make it conversational. Did that answer your question? Is that what you were looking for? Would you like me to give you some more details? Right? Your ability to make this conversational is going to serve you well during the interview. Okay, showing that you actually care how they're responding to the questions, your answers to the questions. Okay, watch for body language, watch for their engagement as you're talking to them. Okay, I know it's a little bit harder when you're on video versus in person, but if they seem to start to look down and get bored and everything else like that, you've probably gone on too long. Okay, make sure, just like in that essay, make sure that your answers are succinct, that they're to the point, that there is a beginning, it tells the story, and there's a conclusion. Okay, and it doesn't keep rambling as you're going through that. Okay, and by the way, if you're not able to do that, the employer is going to realize that you haven't practiced. Okay, and when you are preparing for interviews, it's really great. I know a lot of people like to write things out and they like to type things, and that's great. It helps you get your thoughts out. It helps with that clarity. But I am going to strongly, strongly, strongly recommend that, as uncomfortable as it feels, that you practice out loud. You practice out loud over and over and over again. Do it in the shower, do it in your car. Preferably set yourself up for Zoom meetings all by yourself. Do these practices and then watch them. I know we don't like watching ourselves, but then watch them and see, how do you come off? Okay, are you talking too fast? Are you rambling and never telling the story? Okay, are you looking at the camera as you're going through this? Are you smiling? Look at yourself as you're going through the questions and decide, have I truly answered the question? Have I done this in a succinct way? And that's how you're going to impress the interviewer. I hope you've loved this 3-part series. I've enjoyed making this for you. Pop on over to my website, book a free discovery call with me. This is what I do, right? I empower women to land those amazing jobs. So I'll put the link below for my calendar. Let's have that free 45-minute discovery call to talk about what you're struggling with and how I can help you to be successful in your job search. Always remember that you're a warrior. Have a super productive week, and I will catch you the next time. Bye-bye.